video, they probably have watched your new commercial. So you got a group of people like featuring in your new commercial. What do they mean to you?
Well, I think a lot of the people that are in this commercial are either people I've met or interacted with or have been big supporters of my career this far, whether it was, me from a young age or, my college coach or Travis Scott, who came to a game when I was in college. He came to senior night.
Pants.
I love it. He brought some crazy energy on senior night, or the Kelsey brothers who supported me, honestly, in college and even now professionally. So just a lot of different people that have really tuned in and really supported women's basketball, and then obviously specifically.
Watch her expression when she talks about the people featured in that Nike commercial. She mentions Travis Scott from her senior night, the Kelsey brothers, and her college coach. These aren't random celebrities picked for marketing appeal. Every name she mentions represents someone who stood by her when there were no guarantees. They believed in her before success was certain. That's the clear line between genuine endorsement and corporate strategy. And here's why this conversation truly matters. Nike only launched Caitlin Clark's signature campaign in January. She has been the most marketable player in women's basketball since March 2023. That's almost 2 full years of missed opportunity. 2 years of sold-out arenas while she wore basic team shoes. 2 years of the WNBA's biggest star since Diana Taurasi growing a fan base Nike should have invested in from the very beginning.
这个广告解析
As more and more people watch your commercial, your campaign, what do you hope they can take away from your campaign this time?
I think for myself, it was kind of this just belief of you can kind of achieve anything, and you have this confidence and you can kind of do it from anywhere and make it your own. I feel like that's kind of been my story of like, I have a lot of this confidence. It started, in my driveway as a young kid, of this belief of like wanting to be really good at basketball and spending a lot of time doing it. And, my family were my biggest supporters since day one, and they kind of helped build that dream with me. And then now getting to do it on the biggest stage, I think is pretty special. And hopefully, I feel like inspiring the younger generation. It doesn't even have to be for them to play basketball, but for them just to achieve and believe whatever they want to and become whatever they want.
That response alone exposes how Caitlin Clark truly views her platform. She isn't just speaking about motivating kids to play basketball. She's talking about confidence, belief, and the idea that it doesn't matter where you come from, you can still achieve anything. That message goes far beyond sport. It's the exact kind of story that creates billion-dollar brands. Nike knows this better than anyone. They've built iconic campaigns on this very concept with athletes like LeBron James and Serena Williams. The entire Just Do It philosophy is rooted in believing greatness is possible, no matter your starting point. Caitlin Clark is the living proof of that idea. A small-town kid from Iowa who became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I basketball history. She averaged 31.6 points per game in her senior season. She pulled in 3.4 million viewers for the women's NCAA championship game in April. These are real, measurable results. So why did Nike wait until January 2025 to give her a signature campaign? And why wasn't she immediately the face of women's basketball footwear the most?
Girls in China, more and more attentions for women's basketball in China right now. A lot of young girls, they attribute their interest to basketball, of basketball to you. So how you feel about that?
And obviously, China's not a place I've ever been to, but I know I'll be there very soon. And I think that's super exciting. And I think having that type of reach is something that also has an impact on me. Like, you get to inspire so many different people, from different walks of life, but they all love the same thing. They love basketball and they love getting to watch it and become better at it. And that's exactly like kind of what my story was. I always just wanted to be better. I loved watching it. I wanted to put a lot of time into improving my game. So hopefully I'm inspiring a lot of people in China, especially the young boys and girls.
Now listen closely to how she talks about China. She's never even been there, yet she already understands the power of that kind of global reach. Young girls across China are picking up basketballs because they watched Caitlin Clark play. That isn't speculation. Nike's market research in Asia shows a documented rise in women's basketball participation and viewership in markets where Clark's games were broadcast. This is where the business case becomes impossible to ignore. China is the largest growth market for basketball outside North America. The NBA spent decades building that audience. The WNBA had a chance to ride that momentum with its most marketable star since Yao Ming transformed the NBA's presence there. Instead, they waited. Nike waited. And during that time, Caitlin Clark was building this audience on her own. No signature shoe, no major marketing push, just her game and her personality. Think about what Nike left on the table. Every sold-out arena in her rookie season, every record-breaking TV rating, every viral moment. All of it happened while she wore generic, team-issued shoes. The Indiana Fever went from averaging 4,670 fans per home game in 2023 to selling out their 17,000-seat arena, a staggering 318% jump in attendance. Those are fans who would have bought Caitlin Clark shoes if they existed.
When people started to notice you already a dominant player, a winner already. But let's go back to the beginning of your basketball journey. Is there any moment you feel like basketball is a little bit challenging for you, or you're born to be a winner, you never feel like that?
That's a great question. Honestly, I feel like there's obviously a lot of challenging moments throughout my career. I feel like I probably always had a lot of natural skill, but I also wanted to get a lot better at it, so I always found ways to challenge myself. So that's probably when I felt the most challenged, is when I would, whether it was a hard workout or a bad game or something like that. I feel like you find ways to challenge yourself within those moments. But I would probably say I always kind of had a natural skill for it and just a knack for basketball, but I also really...
That natural ability she talks about translated into instant impact in the WNBA. Despite everything the critics predicted, the Rookie of the Year led all rookies in scoring at 19.2 points per game. She set the WNBA single-season assist record with 337 assists. She took a team that had won just 13 games the year before and led them to the playoffs in her very first season. But here's what the opening transcript of this video is really pointing to. The frustration isn't only about Nike's delayed campaign. It's about a larger pattern of the WNBA failing to fully capitalize on its own biggest success story. The league should have been building marketing around Caitlin Clark the moment she was drafted first overall in April 2024. Instead, she ran headfirst into what can only be described as institutional resistance. The physicality she faced as a rookie became a national conversation. Kennedy Carter's blindside hip check in June 2024. Flagrant fouls that went uncalled. Level of physical play that former players and analysts openly admitted they had never seen directed at a rookie. And the league's response was mostly silence. No meaningful rule enforcement. No public stance protecting their most valuable asset. Just passive acknowledgement as the on-court product became borderline
Caitlin Clark interview going viral. We have to get into some of these clips, but it really got me thinking, man, with the Nike drop yesterday and everything that's going on. What took so long? The WNBA, Nike, they really dropped the ball in terms of capitalizing on Caitlin Clark's stardom. Caitlin Clark should have had shoes out her rookie year. Caitlin Clark should have been being supported by the WNBA rather than being sabotaged and targeted by the very league she is making popular single-handedly. Not to say there's not good players, but it was never popping the way she got it popping. Imagine if the league would have just gotten behind her from day one.
Prison ball. That's what it turned into. And Commissioner Kathy Engelbert's response to the rising physicality and controversy was essentially to argue that all publicity is good publicity. In a May 2024 interview, she suggested that the rivalry and tensions surrounding Caitlin Clark were actually beneficial for the league's visibility. That's a fundamental misunderstanding of brand management. Visibility means nothing if the quality of the product deteriorates. Yes, the WNBA posted record television ratings, with Caitlin Clark's games averaging 1.22 million viewers on cable broadcasts. But social media told a different story: dangerous plays, inconsistent officiating, and a rookie superstar repeatedly targeted with physicality that crossed the line from competitive to reckless. That's not the kind of exposure that builds long-term fan loyalty. Now compare that to how the NBA handled its generational talents. When LeBron James entered the league in 2003, the NBA didn't allow veterans to rough him up in the name of earning respect. They marketed him. They protected him through consistent officiating. They understood that his success was the league's success. The WNBA had that same opportunity with Caitlin Clark and wasted it for an entire season.
Got some clips to play for y'all, but I'm really just disgusted at everything that's going on, man, with the whole CBA, bro. We are past Christmas now. We are past Christmas, guys. This has been going on for so damn long. You have fatigue. I have fatigue. Everyone has fatigue of this thing. And it's like, we get exciting things like the Caitlin Clark shoe announcement and all of that stuff, but we can't even confirm that we're having a season yet. We can't even, like, it's ridiculous. Unrivaled is going to be kicking off in about 10 days. I mean, you have co-founders who are a part of the WNBPA panel and all of this saying they're only worried about Unrivaled. how you're supposed to be worried about getting the CBA done. It's just so much going on, man. And I just really wish Caitlin Clark came into a league that was being run professionally, because Kathy Engelbert, your ass not off the hook. You neglected everything we were saying about the referees. It was straight up prison ball, and you've done a horrible job. But the way the players PA has carried out this thing, it's just been a complete clown show. And man, I just wish Caitlin Clark walked into a professional league like Wemby walked into a professional league with the NBA. Like, I just wish she had the professionalism around her that other stars in other leagues are granted, but it is what it is.
And now we're past Christmas 2024 with no CBA agreement in place. Collective bargaining negotiations have dragged on for so long that there's genuine uncertainty about whether a 2025 season will even happen. New 3-on-3 league is launching in less than 10 days. Players are preparing for that future, while the WNBA remains stuck in limbo, unable to reach agreements on revenue sharing, salary structures, or basic working conditions. This is the professional environment Caitlin Clark stepped into. A league that couldn't finalize a labor deal on time. A league that failed to protect its most marketable player from being physically targeted on the court. A league that somehow lacked the vision to push Nike toward a signature shoe for a player already shattering college television records. The frustration in that opening audio isn't about one single issue. It's about accumulated institutional failure. It's about watching the biggest opportunity in WNBA history being mishandled in real time. Caitlin Clark did everything asked of her.
Things has changed a little bit. So in the future, what do you want to see, like, or the things for girls basketball to be improved?
Yeah, I think just like more and more opportunities, and I think that's exactly what's happening, because there's going to be more and more young girls that love basketball or love another sport and believe that they can be really good at it. And I think it kind of starts with the stage that I'm playing on right now. The more we can be on TV and the more people can come and watch us and buy a ticket, or we can go to places like China or wherever it's at globally to help grow the game and allow people to see us play basketball, I think is a really important and powerful thing when you really get to see people you idolize.
More opportunities for girls basketball, that's her goal, and she's right. It begins with visibility at the professional level. The WNBA's 2024 TV ratings prove there's a huge audience for women's basketball when you deliver a compelling product and make it accessible. But visibility alone won't cut. You need infrastructure, youth programs, proper equipment, skilled coaches, and most importantly, little girls need to see professional women athletes treated with the same respect, marketing investment, and institutional support that male athletes